Okay, people, it's day 19 on the channel. Yeah, day 19 of the journal, basically. The 9 to 5 journal. And as usual, I will always say the journal is about everyday trading and the lifestyle of a 9 to 5 trader. No, not a lifestyle yet, though. You guys are not seeing anything lifestyle. You guys are just seeing the day to day, how a 9 to 5 trader thinks about forex trading and what he thinks whenever he looks at the market. So in my last video, I'll put a video up there. In my last video, I taught you guys exactly how to find a proper currency pair and also choose currency pair and why you should choose currency pair. So it's a very interesting video. I'd like you to go out there, go back there, click on the link and watch that video to understand why you should actually choose a currency pair. Yeah, I fell into a hole. I couldn't choose a pair throughout like the weekend and I found it difficult, and then I discovered that I don't even have a base pair in the first place. I'm just jumping from market to market. But nevertheless, I found the market, and it's a market that I've been, I've been eyeballing it for like since I started this journal, basically since 15th of December last year. And it's the Euro USD. I kind of gave a prediction in one of my videos. So I'm going to put that video link up in the video here anytime in this point of the video. But there was a prediction I had. Not that I'm proud of myself. I'm not saying it's confidence or anything. I felt the market is most likely going to go in that direction, and well, it went in that direction today, or rather it's been going for quite some time and then finally hit it today. Why am I saying this? Well, if you've been watching these videos for a while, if you've been watching this channel, I would like to say please leave a comment below on what you think about my analysis, what you think about the way I trade, and if you have options like better options and the rest. If you have like a mentor, something like that, you could also leave it down in the comment below and hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel so you catch every new update I bring. With this, I would like to take you straight into my screen. So I took a trade yesterday, or rather 2 days ago. Basically, I took a trade on 31st, so that was 2 days ago. So the video I made was on Monday, basically, actually, and that video was focused on the fact that I had spent the whole of 27, 28, 29 and 30th, and I couldn't just find the market until I discovered the fact that we're supposed to choose a specific currency pair. I've finally chosen one pair, and then now I'm scouring through the market looking for another. But here's a big news. So we finally hit the 1% of the $10,000 balance. 1%. It's small, but it's a lot. I mean, we did it with I think 4 wins and 1 loss. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 wins and 1 loss. And that loss came because I went against my rule. So I think the big saying that staying and sticking to your rule is true, because everything I've made with the rule worked fine. Everything I have tried without the rule ended up in shambles. So like this was against the rule. I went scalping when I was supposed to be swing trading, and not even day trade. Scalping, that's bad. But well, I'm lucky I came out unscarred. Down to the hish, I took a trade 2 days ago, and that trade was in the Euro USD. I kind of like this Euro USD pair recently. It's been looking quite nice and very adorable to mess with. So I think you already know the basics. We have like we have a trade. We're trading for like a monthly position, and we expect price to keep rolling for a monthly low, which at that time was here, which is this 0.2. I think I should turn off a lot of things first so you guys don't get lost in the noise. Yeah, so the monthly target was this point, as at before. This month, you can see this month was what ran through it, but the monthly target was this, which was the 0.2. And looking at the fair value gaps from the monthly, or rather the imbalance, I expected price to push further because it was already pushing further basically. On the weekly, we had all of this. Yep, we had all of this in the weekly. So the point one was the weekly expectation price to come down to this position and probably, touch in and go back up, or possibly touch and continue, which in this case it touched and is continuing. The good thing is we just followed order flow basically on the 4 hours. I mean, seeing that, for example, I was just still on the weekly, seeing that on the weekly, the candles here are not being mitigated. So the high of the last sets of candles are being respected. So you could see it in this same place. Whenever the highs are mostly respected, it keeps going down until it's taken. Now, when lows are being respected, you could just keep going bullish. When you find that lows are now being disrespected, you're left with a bit of bias, and then when you find candles respecting highs again, you can start going short. Just like that, shorting because highs are respected on the weekly, and buying because lows are respected on the weekly. So it's just like that, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So currently we are having highs respects going on. So respected high, respect more bearish action, and also that coupled with some news events. So let's just keep the whole talk. 4 hours instantly. What did I see? What made me step into this trade? Well, it's this simple. So remember, I had the prediction that at this point I was expecting price to even just from here to go down, but it turns out, Christmas break and retail trading was what was going on. Institutions were out of the markets for that period of time. Obviously, you could see that there was no real push, there was no impulsive move in the market all the way to this point. They even managed to take it to the point where they took out a short-term high. But as soon as institution came back, they were like, oh, no, we ain't doing this shit, we're taking this thing down. And then large orders came in, and you can see that instant drop. So after I found this first one, I wasn't even certain. You can see I'll put up my notion right now so you guys see. I wasn't even certain of this trade. I felt like the trade wasn't like all that legit. I found it on my phone actually, and you'd see something was that I saw this trade as a 45% probability of going through, which is less than what I went through. So I was literally playing a mechanical game here. My strategy says sell, so I just said, okay, I may not trust it, but the strategy says sell, so let's take it. And you can see the one where I lost was extremely low, 25%. So this trade, I cut out a portion of it at 50%. When the trade got to 50%, I cut out about 0.6 size of it, while on this other side, I've not even entered the remaining parts, but the trade clicked in this evening. So this is the first time I'm actually staying on the 4 hours. Like, I'm actually staying on the 4 hours. Honestly, staying on the 4 hours. I did not go below the 4 hours for this trade, which is pure swing trade, and it was a very beautiful one. You can see I entered the trade on 31st around the 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. candle, and I just held on to this trade all the way till today. So let's check out the closings. So you can see the first one, which I closed partial, I closed it today at 12:57, and then at 4:27 the rest fell in by itself. I was supposed to trail. I wanted to do trailing stop loss, but before I got quite busy, and I work a 9-to-5 job basically, so I got busy working, and when I came back it had already taken the profit. So I was like, too bad, I'd have gotten a bit more than that. But nevertheless, we hit 1% of a $10,000 account today. It is joyous to me. So the next target is to hit the next 1% basically, and I'm doing this with a 0.5% balance risk. So it's beautiful to see it happening positively for me, and I really do like it. Now on to the next one. The next one is I want to figure out a new market to trade in, and something I learned today. Sometimes I'll use the economic calendar, other times I'll just sit with the strength and heat map. So currency strength, I actually detected this from this point. When I looked at the heat map, I could tell. I always look at the daily, weekly, 1 month and 1 year angle of the whole thing, and you can tell straight up that the Swiss franc, euro and British pounds are not strong recently, in the recent days, week and months and year basically. So when you come here, you're already seeing literally the same thing. But this is what I did. So I'm on a 1 week, my 1 week view. That's the weekly view, and I want to choose a currency, not JPY. I don't even know why I'm specifically running away from JPY. Probably because I'm afraid BOJ manipulates the market, but nevertheless, I wanted something not JPY. And then I realized New Zealand has been crashing heavily. So let's pitch the New Zealand dollar against the US dollar and the British pound. And I thought about it. So I came here and I was like, New Zealand dollar against the US dollar. I'll put this up. And New Zealand dollar against the British pound. So British NZD, USD, GBP, NZD. Also, I wanted like another market, like a last market to always get to look at. So I wanted something that had that was just diverging, or something that was either just going apart or seems to be coming close to each other. So what I did was I looked at this entire screen here and I noticed AUD just started tilting up recently. That's cool. And then Swiss franc has been tilting down recently also. So there we have AUD and Swiss franc. The pair is quite different, not so easy to read, but you know, I'm still looking at it. So tomorrow I'll be making another video where I would explain everything I study on this 1, 2, 3 charts. So the New Zealand USD, the GBP NZD, and the Australian dollar Swiss franc. So that's all for today. I just wanted to update you guys that this trades finally clicked in, and I finally found myself able to pick up and find markets again, and I'm glad to have that growth. If you are struggling to find that stability of finding markets and picking up, I suggest you use marketmilk.bbpips.com. It will really help you. If you are a swing trader, I don't know about day traders and scalpers, I don't know how you guys do it, but I find it very scary and tedious to be there because I can't focus on trading and focus on work at the same time. I need something that works. I could place it and walk away and go attend to work and come back and I'll be less afraid. Something like this, for example. And it's working for me fine. I hope you find what works for you. And thanks you for watching this video. I like you guys, love you guys, and I would love to see you guys make progress just the same way I am learning. And soon we will have a Prop-Firm account, trade it, try to pass a challenge, verification, and if I could go through all that, then funding is gonna come in, right? With funding, we're gonna have a beautiful environment. If there's money, right, we're gonna have a beautiful environment, and the videos are gonna be more lively, more fun, more joyous for everybody to watch. But until then, I'd say it's day 19 and catch you all another day, probably day 20, 21 or 22. See ya.